going, guys, and welcome to RC Cincy. Today we have a revisit. This is the Cessna 182. This is the P-707 by Park10. They vary in price. I can't remember the price. I think I originally paid 50 or 60 for it, something around there. I'm sure you get it between $49.99 to upwards of $59. I don't think it's $60 plane. Somewhere in that range. Check out the video. It had the full unboxing, and I gave you all the prices and everything where I got it from. So I basically want to revisit because I had such a hard time with it. This thing flies on at least the one I have flies on 500 milliamp pack, off and on switch, basic transmitter. It does have low and high, I think, your basic trims. But what got me is I'm used to the rudder being on the left hand side like a 4-channel plane. It is not. It's just throttle, and then your rudder's on your right stick, and then elevator up and down and throttle. That's what it basically is. It sounds simple, but not having those controls on the right side kind of messes with me. So that's why I had such a hard time the first time. Plus, I think it was only my second plane that I've come back to in the hobby. I've had a head-to-head plane since 2008. So now, of course, I have jets, all kinds of other planes that can fly just fine. 4+ channel planes, right? So let's go ahead and turn this on. We're gonna go up, down, and then now I should have throttle. Perfect. I would recommend taking off the landing gear if you're gonna land on grass, just because it kind of gets stuck. But I'm gonna maybe try to land on the asphalt. I don't know, we'll see, depending on how many cars are there and what's going on. So without further ado, there is a very light breeze. It may be higher up there, but there's a very small breeze. I'm gonna try my best to fly this with the this is a 3-channel plane. So basically no ailerons, just your elevator and your rudder, no steerable nose or anything like that. But it's still fun to get into the hobby. So here we go. Ooh. So I think having an elevator is much more controllable. The rudder does work pretty well, I guess. Ooh. So what I tend to do, let me try to hold the throttle a lot more steady and be more steady on the stick. So I tend to porpoise a little bit with it. I'm just like trying to figure out throttle management again. But now I can fly it much better. I can actually fly it. Before I couldn't even fly it. I would literally, you remember how many times I wrecked it?
Yeah.
I'm not smooth with it. I don't think this has any stabilization or anything. I don't think this will do a loop, or it may have stabilization. I don't know, hold on. Let me try to do a loop. I'm gonna go up higher. Nope, it will not. So I don't know, whoa. I don't know if it has a stabilization mode or not. I think it has some kind of stabilization in it, but it keeps you from like doing loops and stuff. Anything acrobatic it will not do, it seems like. Let me click one button. It did nothing. So I think there's a high and a low mode, I would imagine. Maybe in the high. Maybe you can turn off stabilization. That'd be awesome. Let me try to do a loop. No, it won't do it. So it has, I do believe this one has 3 little brushed motors geared, powering the drivetrain. So it's like 3 little drone motors working together to power the prop. It does have enough power to fly. What also doesn't help it and kind of makes it kind of jerky and kind of float up is the wind. There is a little bit of a light breeze. You can't be much smoother with it. I am not that smooth, honestly. But I'm really enjoying it. It's not a bad little park flyer. You don't need a lot of space. A baseball field is enough. A soccer field is enough. Ooh, turn the other way. It's just so weird because I keep trying to do a rudder on my left hand. And I just gotta be more responsive on the stick too. You gotta see, I'm constantly correcting. See how smooth I am now? Because I'm constantly correcting and moving that stick around. Moving the input, constantly giving it input. I feel like it does better than just, that's no input there. See how it's going off on its own? So I feel like you have to constantly put input in the stick just to keep it on track, kind of, which works. Look at that. Look how much smoother I am now. You see that?
Yep.
So that's what I'm gonna do, is be a lot more active on that stick. Oh, up. Look out. I almost killed my wife. I'm so sorry, honey. So I better not. It's breezy. You can hear that breeze on the camera.
Yeah.
It is really breezy. That's not helping. I think I almost killed you, honey.
I know, it was right past my face.
Originally, I was gonna try to catch it. Like, that's not a good idea.
Aw.
Ooh, let me go get it.
Okay, I'm gonna set him on his little bed.
Okay.
Come here. Lay down. Lay down.
So this is the only advantage to this plane. It's extremely light. I hit that pole. There's a small indentation, but the plane is perfectly fine. So that's the only advantage. If it hits, it's so light it just kind of bounces and it keeps it from getting damaged. So this thing will take a beating. I do believe they have replacement parts for it. There is a screw you can't take the wing off, but it's so tiny I would never take this apart. Don't know if it has a braided cloth. You can see, hopefully you can see in it, you can see the little metal gear. See that? That's 3 little motors powering this, is what's giving it its power. And it's honestly probably a little too breezy for this. Like, I would be much, much smoother if it wasn't so breezy. I mean, it's really breezy,
Yeah.
honestly. But it just has enough to fight it. It is lightweight, so it tends to like move. Don't worry, this landing gear came out. Like I said, this thing is a beast at handling wrecks. Like, look at that. Still looks brand new. And I had this throne in a closet. I had a bunch of toys in my nephew's closet, and it was like piled up with toys, and it's still in this shape. And it was rough on it, like, and it looks perfectly fine. There's a couple dirt marks and like dirt where the nose hit, but like nothing.
Looks brand new.
So honestly, it's picking up. I can feel it. It's definitely definitely picking up, and yeah, it's definitely picking up. And I don't want to lose this or break this because I kind of want to keep revisiting this because it is a fun little flyer. I thought about taking my nephew out with this and flying it. I don't know. I can't remember its flight time. A 500 milliamp running 3 little quarters motor like that should give you, I would imagine, at least like a 7-minute, maybe 10-minute flight time, maybe more. I had the box. I don't think I have the box anymore. So like I said, if you want more information about, its flight time, that's how you get to the prop. Unscrew that, put this little rubber cone. Make sure you put the rubber cone on because it kind of protects, like a thing that protects it. It's not bent or broke. You can see it's spinning smoothly. The landing gear in the front is fine. The landing gear in the back is fine. It will take off the asphalt and it will land on asphalt. I did that in the first video, but I was a lot worse flying. Even in the wind, like if this wouldn't have been breezy like it was, it would have done much better. I still wouldn't have been butter smooth with it. Like I said, this is kind of different for me, but I wanted to revisit because I thought this was a cool plane. It has a little bit of dihedral to it. You can see it, which helps with the lift. I kind of wish it was a 4-channel plane. I think I would have done much better with a 4-channel plane, obviously, because I fly A-10 jets, F-86s, F-14s, F-16s, Crescendos, old warbirds, A-6 intruders, F-35, P-51, P-40, otters, EC 1500 big twin engines. So, I've experienced all of them and actually have a new plane coming on the channel. It's a great segue to is I have a brand new plane coming on the channel. It is a little bit older plane. It's been out for a couple years now, I think 3 years now, but it's a great plane. It's very scale looking, very good looking plane. I think it's gonna be a fun flyer. It's 3S and 4S capable. I think technically they have another one that's coming out, but I didn't want to wait on pre-orders. Seems like every time I click on a pre-order, it's like 2 or 3 months ahead of time, and honestly, I just didn't want to deal with it. So it was in stock. It's usually sold out. So luckily I grabbed it in stock. Luckily, Horizon, even with the COVID delays and everything, is still good. Usually they ship from Illinois and it takes like a day to get here. Once it ships, of course, sometimes 2 max, but it's usually a day. So I'm thinking if they ship it out Monday, I should get either Tuesday or Wednesday. So we should hopefully see it on the channel after that. Maybe me and her can go to like a little bit bigger park than this, more like flatter, more open, like the one where we flew the Crescendo at, I think might be okay. or we could even go to the airfield and do a video at the airfield with my wife. That would be incredible. No guarantee there, but we can try. Maybe if we get a early day, or if we can do it like Saturday or Sunday. I think Saturday it's supposed to rain. Thursday, Friday, Saturday it's supposed to rain in Cincinnati. Don't know where you live, but so yeah, there is that. So honestly, the battery, you know what? All that little messing around we did. So what we can do is I'll always keep a like spare prop, screwdriver, extra batteries. Look at all these extra batteries. I know some are 2-cell and some are like these pancakes. These are a little bit bigger. Technically, this is the smaller battery that I have. I know I can run the bigger battery too, but I ran the smaller. I didn't want to make it too heavy. So what we can do is we can actually check a single cell battery. Positives on this side. So 70%, 3.9. We still have plenty of flight time on this battery. So really impressive flight time. If I had to guess, how long is this video right now, sweetie?
11 minutes.
I'd say I talked about 3 or 4 minutes. So I would safely say I flew about 7 minutes, 6 minutes. So I think it'd comfortably do just over 10. Closer to, I'd say between 10 to 15 minutes, depending how hard you are on the throttle and if it's breezy or not, that consumes more power. So there is those factors. So yeah, so there you have it, guys. I like it. It's impressive. It can take, the most impressive part I think about this is I don't even know if it has low and high mode. Like, I honestly don't know. I forgot. So like I said, check out that video, see if it has low and high mode. It is this connector, which is a really popular connector. The door closes great. Nothing is broke off or damaged, and I've beat the crap. If you watch the first video and see how many times I've actually wrecked this, you'd be like, how is this not like toast? And that's what was so good about this. It can take a beating. Really strong, lightweight foam. I just absolutely love it. Even the linkages, I mean, nothing has broke or weakened on it since I've gotten it. So that just blew me away. So there you have it. Feel free to check this video. Like I said, if you want to maybe get a new plane that doesn't have, you know, capabilities of turning off the stabilization. This only has stabilization. It can only go up so high and bank so high. So it's basically a new beginner plane. I definitely recommend this for children. I would say, honestly, I would go 10 plus or 7 plus with supervision, of course, because you can easily fly this into someone's car or out in the road, or, you know what I mean? I definitely supervise. So, but I think it's cool. I definitely honestly, I still recommend it. It's just that third chance, the way it's set up, it messes with me to this day. I wish it wasn't so breezy. I may revisit this when it's not so breezy and see maybe if I could do a little bit better and kind of have like a flying challenge. I thought about getting like all my smaller, older planes and like the Bird and all these little different flying things and kind of just seeing which one is the best at all of them or something like that. I don't know, I'll think of some other stuff. So there you have it, guys. So stay tuned. There will be a little bit more content on this. I want to revisit this maybe on a windy day. And then of course, check out the new plane that is coming to the channel. I'm super excited. I know I've been on this little construction kick and 3D printing kick, but it's been a lot of fun for me, and hopefully you're enjoying it as well. So that's gonna do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.